And in our top business story, private sector companies in Dubai reported another solid improvement in business conditions during November, with the latest Emirates NBD Dubai Economy Tracker Index highlighting a recovery in growth momentum from the six-month low recorded in October. At 55.2 in November, up from 53.2 in the previous month, the seasonally adjusted figure signalled the strongest improvement in business conditions since August. As a result, overall growth was broadly in line with the average since the survey began at the start of 2010. November data pointed to a mixed picture across the three key sectors monitored by the survey. Travel and tourism was the best performing area at 57.5, followed by wholesale and retail at 56.1, while construction companies reported only a modest upturn in overall business conditions at 51.8. The rebound in the headline index was supported by a sharp and accelerated expansion of private sector output in November. Survey respondents commented on stronger consumer demand in particular, alongside new product launches and successful price discounting strategies. However, the construction sector bucked the overall trend in November, with output growth slipping to a five-month low amid reports citing subdued investment spending among clients. Employment levels increased slightly in November, but the rate of job creation remained weak in comparison to the trends seen prior to mid-2015. Sector data indicated a return to jobs growth in travel and tourism and wholesale and retail, but construction companies reported a drop in staffing levels for the first time since June. The collection of value-added tax will generate considerable revenues per year for the UAE and the rest of the members of the Gulf Cooperation Council region, as according to a study by Ernst & Young. The public accounting firm said on Monday that the 5% VAT will produce an extra income of more than $25 billion every year for the 6 GCC countries, which will be substantial enough to boost infrastructure spending in the region. The new tax policy is scheduled to take effect on the 1st of January 2018. Not all businesses are expected to start collecting VAT by the go-live date. Considering the work that needs to be done to update their systems and processes, some companies may take time to transition into the new tax environment, although EY has warned that failure to get everything ready by the 1st of January 2018 might lead to transaction and sales issues. The Dubai Land Department is set to release a new version of the rent index after the completion of the building classification survey, as according to senior officials from the department. According to local reports, under the classification survey, each building in Dubai's non-freehold and freehold communities will be given a star rating depending on its location, amenities and sustainability factors. Landlords in buildings with higher ratings can charge higher rents than neighbouring buildings, while the current rent index does not take into consideration any of these factors, giving only a general price band for all the properties. According to the officials quoted in the report, the existing rent index will be revamped only after the building classification survey is completed next year. So far, 25% of the survey, which is nearly 250,000 units, have been completed, and the entire survey to be finished by the end of 2017. The estimated residential units across the Emirate is close to 1 million. As part of the update, the DLD will be holding awareness campaigns next year to ensure tenants and landlords and to allow them to know their rights under the law. Countries in the MENA region will soon catch up with the fourth industrial revolution of cloud computing and the era of big data, as Amazon Web Services has announced plans to launch their services in the UAE. At a press conference, Fahad Al-Gargawi, the CEO of Dubai Foreign Direct Investments, along with a senior official from Amazon Web Services, announced that the company will open its regional office in Dubai Internet City. Commenting on the launch, the CEO of Dubai FDI stated that as developing a smart city remains an integral part of the government's strategy, the move by AWS to create a regional base should create a spillover effect to other countries in the region. Furthermore, Al-Gargawi stated that AWS will continue to hold talks with other government entities as well as the SME sector to develop the digital ecosystem for achieving the UAE Vision 2021. It was added that with over 2 million customers of Amazon's web service, as well as a 58% year-on-year growth of the cloud computing services, the company's regional expansion is a milestone for the UAE IT industry.
Technology have changed from what it used to be as a sector. Right now, technology is in every single sector. It is vertical. And this is the beauty of it right now. The beauty of such companies coming here with all their different muscles and weights and all their different developments and programs and services. Today's world is reliant on technology more than anything else. The better we have, the better services we get. The quicker it is, the happier the people. Economies are going to benefit out of it because that will accelerate the economy's movement, the economy's deployment of its strategies, the economy, integration with such new services that some societies might implement it later, but we will have that chance to really be a first mover advantage, and that makes a lot of difference.
From Amazon's perspectives, the Middle East region continues to be the fastest growing markets. That's according to the Vice President for Global Alliances, as the company continues to work with major players such as Fly Dubai, Dubai FDI and Accenture, to name a few. Though no details on the number of staff or specific location details were given, the AWS spokesperson stated that they will inaugurate the new office on the 1st of January 2017. Furthermore, the spokesperson added that cybersecurity and data protection continues to be a key area of focus, particularly to support the growth of SMEs.
If you look at the first big customer base that we had when we launched the services, were really startups that didn't have the capital to go build the business, nor did they have the desire to build data centers and spend that capital. So they used AWS as their infrastructure so they could focus on building their business. All of those principles apply to SME customers or startup customers in the region. And the same security principles apply. Everything that we're doing to help a large company or government secure their data and infrastructure, we're doing the exact same thing for small and medium-sized customers. So we call it democratizing IT. The exact same set of services that the biggest companies in the world get, the smallest companies get, and it really levels the playing field and gives these companies an advantage to grow that much faster.